Good morning, teacher. I'm Muriel.
I'm Rano.
I'm Luis.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Sebastian, and today in this video we're gonna explain about different cultures.
Greek culture.
Roman culture.
Aztec culture.
Inca culture.
Chinese and Japan culture, and we hope you'll enjoy the video.
So hi Luis, what do you know about Greece culture?
Oh well, what I know is that the culture of Greece has evolved over thousands of years from the Paleolithic era and the birth of Minoan, the Mycenaean and the Cycladic civilizations through the Classical period to the Golden Age, and reaching great levels of prosperity that resulted in an unprecedented cultural boom expressing architecture in drama, science, and philosophy, and many other kinds of art in Greece. What do you know about Roman culture?
What I know is that the early Romans has adopted culture from the neighbors like the Greek culture, and also I know that the Roman Empire had spread this culture far and wide, affecting the diverse areas of the modern world. So what else do you know about the Greek culture?
Oh well, I also know that before the second half of the 20th century, Greece had seen monarchies and ousting of royalty, first political fights, assassinations, and dictatorship wars that added neighboring territories and new populations.
Okay, what I know about Roman culture is the traditions in Rome reflect his historic past and celebrate the modern world, and also that Rome culture is an eclectic mix of high culture, for example the arts, the fashion, and his historic architecture.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Do you know anything about religion in Greece?
Oh, yes, I know that they have a church there. There is the Greek Orthodox Church that it has been an integral part of life in Greece. What do you know about Roman religion?
That the Roman religion has been like the Greeks, plus a set of cults in a body of doctrines. And also there have been two kinds of cults, a tolerant religion to all foreign religions and a contractual religion in Rome.
Oh yes, I know something more about the Orthodox religion. It has been playing a vital role in maintaining the Greek ethnic and the cultural identity. And do you know anything about the education in Rome?
What I know about the Roman education is that the rich people in ancient Rome put a great deal of faith in education, while the poor people in ancient Rome didn't receive a formal education. So I guess that it was unfair for some people in those times.
Oh well, and what I know about the education in Greece is that public school system was established in 1833, but they didn't know that 90% of the population would become literate. While the higher education now is strongly valued, but it's a matter of choice if people stay in their country or seek an education abroad.
Do you know anything about traditional marriages in Greece?
Oh yes, I know something very important, and is that all marriages used to occur in 1982, but civil marriages have been legal since that time.
What I know about marriage in Rome is that marriage in ancient Rome used to be a strictly monogamous institution. Greco-Roman monogamy may have arisen from the egalitarianism of the democratic and republican political system of city-states, and it is one aspect of ancient Roman culture that was embraced by early Christianity, which in turn perpetuated it as an ideal in later Western culture.
So tell me, Ronald, what do you know about Aztec culture?
Well, Sebastian, the Aztec culture were ethnic groups of central Mexico, and they spoke the Nahuatl language.
Well, that's amazing. Well, the official language of the Inca Empire was Quechua, although hundreds of local language were spoken. The Inca refers their empire as Tahuantinsuyo, which can be translated as the four regions.
That's interesting.
So, What else do you know about the culture?
Well, by the 16th century, these groups had dominated large parts of Mesoamerica, and the word Nahuatl Aztec means people from excellence, and the term Aztec referred to Mexican peoples of Tenochtitlan, and other contexts Aztec may refer to all the various city-states and their peoples.
Really? 16th century? Well, in my case, the Inca Empire was the largest empire in pre-Columbian America. The Inca civilization arose from the highlands of Peru sometime in the early 13th century.
Well, Sebastian, what do you know about archaeology?
Well, the evidence of Tahuantinsuyo archaeology is that it had been built by Incas in the early 13th century, as I tell you, with a massive quantity of them, but there's not a lot of information.
Well, about me, the Aztec culture and history is known thanks to the archaeological evidences found in excavations, such as the Temple Mayor in Mexico. And by the 17th century, culture and history had been written by the Spanish clergymen and literary Aztecs.
So tell me, Ronald, what do you know about mythology?
Well, the Aztec people used to adore a dangerous and evil like a god. Also, they used to adore the sun stone known as the Calendar Aztec, located in the National Museum of Anthropology.
Wow, that's nice. Well, in the Inca of Peru have long held a mystical fascination for the people of the Western world. For hundreds of years, the Incas had a fabulous wealth in gold and silver possessed by these people was discovered. So tell me, what do you know about class structure?
Well, I know that the highest class was the plebeian or nobility, but the status wasn't hereditary because although the sons of plebeians had access to better resources and education, they have to prove that they deserved to be of the highest class. And the second class was the Nahuatl, when only 20% of population was dedicated to food production, and the other 80% of decided warriors, artisans, and traders.
Wow, that's amazing. The Inca class structure include the emperor, the nobles, and the commoners. The emperor was the sun god. Though he was brought to the war by the sun. Then there is the nobles that exist three main classes of nobles. The first one is the Capac nobles, the second one is the Agua nobles, and the last one are the Curacas nobles. Then at the bottom of the pyramid is the commoners. Most of the people in the Inca Empire were commoners, who work as a farmers and herders, the normal people of that time.
Japan and China are two countries of East South Asia. Both cultures, as the geography suggested, have been influenced each other. Japanese culture has been greatly influenced by the Chinese culture. Part of these differences may have lied in the self-improved isolation of Japan till major revolutions. But there are other important reasons too that make the two societies and culture vastly different. Chinese culture has a very long history, and the vast Chinese territory has been providing a plethora of varieties in each facet of the culture. Like all Eastern cultures, the gender roles used to be highly differentiated in both societies. Both the societies followed a patriarchal system of inheritance, and the head of the family used to be the eldest male. In modern times, both societies have changed in somewhat comparable manners. The majority of people in both countries have adopted the Western outfit as a usual default dress, and traditional outfits are used occasionally for celebration and festivals. However, in spite of all the Western influence, both countries still follow their own language and script. And though Christmas is an important event, both of the countries have been celebrating their own set of festivals and celebrations. Both China and Japan provide a lot of emphasis on Confucian values in life. Confucianism, along with Buddhism, is one of the common links that bind the two cultures. Shinto is the indigenous religion of Japan, though both Shinto and Buddhist practices are observed by many Japanese throughout their lives.